Hello everyone, welcome to the first in what I hope will be a long line of caravan vlogs. Yes, we're off to have a look at a few caravans today, some second-hand models to a place fairly local. This is the umpteenth take. I'm trying to do a bit to camera, and of course we're in a moving car and the thing is moving all over the shop, so we should be there quite soon. So with any luck I'll show you a few caravans that we're interested in purchasing, and hopefully you'll follow this vlog when we actually choose the caravan, and we'll be taking you along on our very first caravan trip, which hopefully will not end in disaster. Well, we're inside a Coachman, priced at $11,995 with £500 off apparently, but I think it was priced at £500 less when we looked online. It's one of those little tricks. So there's a little microwave for sharp, dark interior, and another little cubby with some holders. This is where you would put the television. There's a TV point there, and your heating. It's got knobs missing. I don't know if that's to stop people pinching them. Oh, it must be because they've taken the knobs off the cooker. So we've got dual fuel cooker. Could do with a bit more of a clean. You've got a solid electric hot plate, and there's 3 gas rings. A little cook oven there, and there's a grill. A little cupboard under there, and nice size cupboard. So this is a two berth, big drawer. Oops, a fridge complete with moth, unless it's come out of my wallet. And there's a little freezer part. That's quite a nice size for a few frozen meals or a little bit of ice cream. Another nice size cupboard. There's a little LED light under there, I've noticed, being down here. I like the fact that the microwave on these is away from the oven, because sometimes they're over the oven. But there's just that's for your plates and things. So there's plenty of room for 2 in this. Nice little sink with a glass cover, so you've got a bit more worktop. A socket there, you could put your kettle. There's only one socket there for the TV, but so you could be sitting down watching the TV. We've got a little telly I can use, so that's quite nice. So I think this is 11.5. Yeah, about 11,500. We're going halves if we go for it. It's comfy. It's serviceable enough. It's in good condition. Oh, there's another little socket there. And here's the toilet. It's a bit dark in here, but there's no frosted window, so if I'm here sitting on the loo, I could be waving at folk. Hello, I'm having a dump on my plastic toilet. So it's dark in here, but we've got a skylight. Sink, lots of cubby holes, and a wardrobe. It's not bad, it's all very good condition. Lots of shelves and some drawers. Another cupboard underneath the sink. There's plenty of room for all your bits and bobs. Another shelf here, and another cupboard. Focus. Sorry, I'm out of focus there. This is one of these toilets. And the shower. Plenty of shelves for all your doobries, your shower gels and things. We've taken the shower thing out obviously for, it's got a little LED light. So it's big enough for me anyway in there. Oh, and here is where they keep the table. just down there for your dining table. Oh, it would have been better if I left the door open, wouldn't it? You'd be able to see a bit better. Got a little blind. Yeah, it's okay. It's a few years old, so that's good. So yeah, that's some of your controls for the lights and heating and things. Or is it for the heating? Master switch, pump, whatever all that means. Yeah, we've got a little mirror there so you can check your hairpiece before you go out. And yeah, there's bits and bobs under there, isn't there? There'll be a radio that goes in there. I don't know if there's a CD player as well. Oh, and that's your amplifier for your TV aerial. I think these all with some lights. And there's also a skylight here. And some extras. I don't think you get those. I don't really want those, whatever they are. You've got another socket up here. And there's your Pioneer speakers. It's not focusing in this small space. There's loads of room to put all your bits and bobs. We'd have half each, I think. A couple of these each for our little bits and bobs. So yeah, there's plenty of space. I mean, even with a telly here, you can still have room to do some food prep. And the microwave is alright. So yeah, I do like the microwave hidden away. It's nice. These convert. Now, which way does it comes out? This way, I think. Yeah. Obviously, that comes out, and then you take the backs of the seats and put them in the middle to convert it into a large bed. And you've got your drawers as usual. Pretty standard, isn't it? I've learnt this from looking at caravans that they're all much of a muchness, but we've decided to go for Coachman because we do think the build quality. Sorry about the banging in the background, you know. You can't get the staff, but there's this thing that comes out, so that's more than enough for your afternoon tea or whatever. There's plenty of room. It would be nice if it had some extra sockets there, so you could, on the TV point there as well, you could have the TV this side, but this one seems in pretty good condition. I can't see any damage. Got some little lights as well, LED lights there. And it's neutral. We'd have these covered up with fleeces anyway because of the dogs, but yeah, so this is 11,995 with £500 off. But like I say, I'm sure it was 11,400 online when we first looked. One of these marketing things that they've increased the price. There's a fly screen. This will be on all the windows, fly screen, and then of course you've got your blind. Which are vinyl, so you can wipe them clean. That's important, especially in the kitchen. But yeah, it's this one is certainly on the short list. It's got blown air heating as opposed to the wet central heating, but we're not fussed about that. It's a 2-berth. It's compact, but for 2 people and 2 smallish dogs, I think this is certainly a forerunner. It's a Coachman Vision 450. I'm sure we've got a VIP to look at, which is further up in the line. Just basically the trim is a little bit more deluxe, but for our first caravan, I think this is definitely one to consider. There's plenty room for 2 folk, I think. It's got the carpet down there, which can be taken up, obviously. Might need a clean, but I can clean that with one of my shampooers. And you've got a bin, of course, on the door. And if we close the door, you've got a little blind on the door. Blinds everywhere, so you can black out all the light, so you're not woken up too early. So yeah, that first caravan, we saw this. I think this was still available when we were here first time, and we liked it then. But I think there's another one we're having a look at as well today. So that's it for this caravan. Right, we're now sitting in an Elddis, but it's too much. We're not paying 15,395 for second hand It's a Affinity 465. It's very nice. What I like about this, we've seen this before, is the kitchen at the back. So it's got the washroom, instead of having at the back, it's got it at the side. It's a nice size shower, but I think I'm not prepared to pay 16,000 nearly for second hand. I'd rather pay a bit more and get a new one for this, but it's a nice size. And here's the kitchen at the back, you see, which I did like because it keeps the cooking area well away from the sitting and eating area. So we've got a lower, so that's not really usable space for your kitchen, like in the Coachman. It's at the level of the other kitchen units, that's lower down, but you can put your TV on there. There's more bits in this, there's more sockets. This one's new, it's got USB as well. There is more sockets for your things. The microwave's lower down, which is easier to access. I do like this layout though. I don't know much about Elddis caravans, but having that, and it's got a bigger fridge. Look, that's a bigger fridge. Loads of room. It's quite dark though. We've got dark wood. And it's got the Elddis central heating. Sorry about that racket. Table there. But yeah, we've looked at caravans for quite some months, and they're much of a muchness the way that they're laid out. This is different because it's got the the kitchen at the back, which is quite different to most. Most of the caravans we've looked at have the front lounge, the rear washroom, side kitchen, which is probably what we'll go for. This is probably it's too expensive really for our first caravan. I think it's nice. I don't know what the weight is though. We've got to be considerate of the weight as well for the car to pull it, you see. But yeah, this layout is nice. There's plenty of room here I think in this kitchen because you've got to move back to use the microwave though. Maybe that should have been incorporated into the kitchen, I don't know. So instead of, you've got this unit here, cocktail cabinet over your cooker. Probably not the best place to have it really, having your bottles in there right over the cooker. But anyway, so you got 3 gas rings and 1 solid electric. Cutlery drawer, and this side cupboard goes back quite far as well. You'd have to put things in baskets I think though to access. You wouldn't be able to reach it, so if you had them in a sort of a thin plastic basket you could pull out. I don't know if what that's for. If that's something to do with the sink. We've got the fly screen that's been pulled down so you can have the door open for the ventilation and keep all the bugs out, which is good. You've got your controls here. Looks like there's a hook. So yeah, it's a very nice caravan, but it's a bit big for what we need, I think. But yeah, I do like this the kitchen at the back, so I can be reclining on the sofa watching telly while my dinner's being cooked for me, which is good. Oh, frosted glass, well plastic aren't they, which is handy for when you're sat on the toilet. You don't really want folk, and that's the wet central heating, got heated towel rail there. And yeah, these toilets swivel somehow, I don't know how. Oh, there, so you can have a sit down. Oh, plenty. Well, it's big enough for my backside. I've not got a big bottom. It smells all fresh in here. It smells clean. Got your hooks there for your bathrobes, and it's a nice big shower too. Again, there's an LED light in the shower. LED light above the little bowl sink. Your little mixer tap. Cupboards underneath. Toilet paper doobry. More holders here. It's all very nice. I mean, we've not really budgeted for nearly 16 grand, and then there's at least another £1,000 we'd have to spend on some other bits and bobs before we even think about an awning, which would probably have some more hooks there. Look. So I do like this, but we've really more or less got our heart set on a Coachman brand, but we'll see. This Elddis is nice. There's plenty of room in this shower. Let's step in. It's got a protective doobry. Let's have a shower together, shall we, folks? If I can close it. I can't. It might be... I don't want to break anything. It might be locked. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. It's, there. There we go. That's it. There we are. Right, well, there's room enough for me. Should be able to clean my armpits and my undercarriage. You've got a soap dish. I've taken the shower head off, you know, stop people pinching it. Quite low down though to reach your shower gel. So there's not as many bits to put your stuff in this shower as there was in the Coachman. But you know, that's good enough. How do I get out? Ooh, there we are. So there's the old washroom. Right, we're in a quandary now. We thought we knew what we wanted, and now we're thinking we might want something else, which means spending over the budget. Now this is another option that we possibly might consider, which I think is ideal, is a fixed bed. This is a Coachman. So would have a bed each, so no squabbles over the duvet. And unlike some of the fixed bed ones, they have like a double fixed bed where you have to squeeze past them to get to the washroom, and especially when they're fully extended at night. This one, there's no trouble because the washroom door is here, and then you go into the washroom. You got your toilet. You know, you got all the bits. I think there's so much space, so much cupboard space in these caravans for two people. We'd never fill it all. And there's a shower here. Seems to be smaller than the Elddis, but it's okay. A sensible sort of sink. So obviously it's plastic, but that's a sensible shape. You got your blind. No, again, it's not frosted or not. You know, so you'd have to pull your blind down for modesty if you're facing anyone. You've got your cupboard underneath. A few cubbies there, look. I do like this idea. I mean, it's having a bed each. You've got your own reading light each. There's a speaker by the looks of it. So, you know, we'd have a bed each and we'd have 3 cupboards each for all our bits and bobs. There's under storage. Looks like it's blown air heating in this one. And then you've got, so if I was explaining to Mark, if you want a bit to, you know, it's hard to have privacy in a caravan, but if after a long walk, Mark wants an afternoon snooze, or I do, you can come into the bedroom area and close that, or, well, it will close, sort of. And then there's a blind there that comes down, so, you know, you could pull the blinds and close the skylight and have a little bit of privacy, and then I could be maybe sat in here looking at the internet or something. So that's the bedroom door closed. Got a nice area for the kitchen. Whoops. Fridge with a freezer compartment. Cooker, of course. Very similar to the cookers in most of these caravans. That doesn't look that doesn't look used. I think we'd probably be using the microwave more than anything. Where is the microwave? Is it over? Oh, there. It's got a little sharp microwave inside there, tucked away. There's storage for your plates. There's a little see-through section there for something or other. I'm not sure what that's for. Oh, it's for your glasses. More plate storage. A couple of sockets there. You could have your kettle. Don't know if you'd fit your toaster there as well. It's not much space. This is good though, because you've got extra worktop. When the glass cover of the sink's down, sink's a little grubby, but clean up well. Bit of metal polish. So yeah, we thought we knew what we wanted, and now we're thinking, but big wardrobe there. Oh, this will be where the table is. But it's a smaller lounge area, as you can see. The sofa, I think that does convert into a bed as well. there's a possibility if we had guests. In a two-berth you couldn't really have anyone over, but it's a smaller, more compact lounge, but it's, you know, it's more than adequate, I think. More storage. I think touching it compared to the Elddis, the Coachman do seem to be better built somehow. I mean, it's not a huge amount in it, but the quality does seem a bit better, I'd say, with a Coachman. But there's none. The Elddis did have a lot more sockets. It also had USB sockets, which they don't seem to have on these Coachmans. Perhaps the new ones do. But you've got a big skylight, and there's a sort of a lighter window, big window, skylight type window at the front. This is 15,600, so we're going up from what we were thinking of spending, 12,000 max. So, you know, but all in all, this is also very nice. It's very light, but I do, with this one, I do like the idea of twin beds. So this is the view. So I'm not sure. Oh, this is where you put the telly. You can see there's a bracket, so you could mount the television. Oh, that's where you're supposed to. Oh, that's all right then. So you could have the telly on a bracket and pull it out. If the bracket, well, actually you could have two tellies, but I don't think we'd have two in the Caravan, because there is a bracket here as well over this, and a TV. But I think that's overkill. I think one TV in a Caravan. We don't need a TV. We can watch stuff on the iPad and, you know, stuff you've downloaded and whatever. So the main TV on here on this bracket with a pivoting thing, and you've got all the sockets there. So yeah, I'm liking this as well. Oops, so but this is around the same price as the Elddis. It's whether we want to go for the fixed beds, which for us I think is a good idea, because we might fall out in a confined space, and having sort of two rooms might be worth, if we're going up the price point, you know, if we're going to spend more, it might be worth spending more on the twin beds rather than having a kitchen at the rear with the Elddis. And we know Coachman, it does feel well built. This, everything is very nicely put together. So this is a Coachman. It's a pastiche 565/4. It's from 2014, so still quite modern. Oh dear, decisions. Ooh, right, this is much oh dear. This is much further down the price point. This is 7,995, a Coachman. It's Armera 520. Trying to see the year. It's 10 years old, so hence under 8,000, and it shows that it is quite dated. Obviously, it's got a sort of blown air heater there. Look. You know, it's a quandary now, because we thought we knew what we wanted. Oops, that was a bit previous. We thought we knew what we wanted, but we certainly don't want this. But that's very roomy. That is very roomy. Considering, I mean, it's £8,000. It's we're going halves, obviously. £4,000 each. So 8,000, because it's our first Caravan. Do we just go for cheap, something like this? You know, it's not a DOS house on wheels. It's still nice. I mean, the upholstery, it's even got side dinette. The upholstery is not to my taste, but with the dogs, we're going to cover the upholstery with some fleece covers and stuff anyway. And the curtains are pretty plain. It's just, but yeah, this would be 4,000 each. So yeah, it's thought we knew what we wanted, now we don't. So that's it for today's vlog. We've got a lot more to think about. I'll review the video. I'm sitting in the cheapest one. It's still nice enough though. This is a 4-berth too, I think, or is it a 3-berth? The side dinette does convert to a single bed as well, and there's curtains around it. Oh, I just don't know now. It's a minefield, especially if you're new to caravanning. Anyway, thanks for watching. More videos to follow. We'll eventually choose one and I'll show you what we've chosen, and hopefully you'll come along with us on our first ever trip out in our new or second-hand caravan. Bye for now.